Onivia, League of Legends highlights.
Goes surviving this one.
Yeah, Flandre, of course, does have his abilities up.
And they get the stun with Bellow's Breath is used. Good timing. Nuguri gets the knock up. JJ runs on in. The pounce, the flash. Nuguri running for his life, but all it takes is one more auto as JJ gets first blood.
And it's beautiful to see.
So Tien just backs away. Even Scout moves down. So EDG securing the first dragon of this game, number one, leading into a cloud.
Like EDG can go back to hovering on bot lane. You still have TP on both of your soul laners to respond to an FPX play.
But at least for the tempo now that JJ's provided, he's going to try and kill Nuguri once again. The Searing Charge comes back in onto the Nidalee. The flash behind the wall. Bellow's Breath enables with the knockup, but Flandre gets low. Well, he's nice since he just built his Sunfire Aegis as well, and has TP if something were to happen bot.
Flandre's on his way down, though.
Ooh, great hook from Chris. The Flays there, box down, Scout flushed down immediately. Double TP, Flandre's in first. The Renekton versus 5. Can he survive until his team gets there? Flandre heals up thanks to the Gore Drinker. An immediate flash away from LWX and Chris burning both their summoners. EDG whip it out and show us that that dragon's there. But a good hook from Chris. Nuguri's joined up as well. Lyrica's Call the Forge God is here, and LWX, who we're just having a chat about, is going to help defend this. Herald gets the charge, but no turret, right in front of Dragon spawning.
No Moonlight Vigil, though. One thing we need to realize about EDG's comp as well is it does have a ton of burst. If they are able to hit one member with an Orianna ultimate into a Nidalee Spear, they are probably just dead.
Andre's backing away while this is going on, though, and Tien sitting in front of the Dragon wants to smite down. Insecure. Knock up, though, for Nuguri is into the backline. Flandre is coming in red hot. LWX dodges away from the W from Kai'Sa as Mako gets tagged on the way out as well. Blue buff might be sacrificed, but you get the Dragon and your first one of FPX's game.
I love the way the FPX played that. They realize their comp has more options, right? You feel fine. Call the Forge God.
Forge God, yeah, it's a re-engage. Chris flashes forward, double flash from EDG as a response. That pressure all game long, and you know, that vision control's been part of the element that's kept him safe in better. At the very least, we can talk about Mythics because we are 30 seconds away. Mythics and complementary items as teleport comes in from Scout, because he now has the Seraph's Embrace. So 2 items for both mids. As Mako going in, maybe I don't have time. Shockwave used. They found Doomby. He takes the Dark Passage, but he's already dead. 4 versus 5 as the box has to be put down, and Flandre may have found a pick as LWX gets poked out with the spear. He's got a lot of shurikens, but Nuguri now has to tank up. Versus 4, I don't think that's the play, but the range from Mr. 200 Years as he gets the shield could turn it around. Nuguri with the knock-up once again. LWX, the range comes true. And EDG may have low health bars, but at least they won the play.
That was so tragic for the side of FPX. I was just about to talk about that.
Something else happens. I just want to point towards Nuguri's item choice in going Frozen Heart second.
Yeah, it is pro.
I knew I didn't have time. Jedge is dead. Wow. Tien ran like a horse, and Chris flashed forward like a legend. FPX have found a pick onto the jungler, and now anything's possible.
FPX, I'm kind of surprised they're not just going to start the Baron outright and, again, try to make something happen. They do have a comp that scales, so they don't need to go for that same kind of 50-50 coin flip play we were talking on earlier. But they feel like they can win the fight. They still have a lot of key ultimates up. They have great turn with the Ornn ultimate.
And you've got shurikens available for LWX. He's going to do this so fast, sitting with Severum as well. Look at it go down. The Baron play is being done pretty quick as Call the Forge got missed by Nuguri. Doesn't matter, the smite comes in, yes. FPX secured the Baron, but now is the fight going to come with it as Viper moves into the pit and kills Tien. FPX left with 4 with the buff. Flandre runs out of Dominus as Viper ults into the back line. The LCK.
Still, though, we're hitting a lot of critical item breakpoints on both sides, right? We have the Seraph's Embrace for both mid laners down. We even have some of the Ornn upgrades starting to come out on the side of FPX with the Liandry's Anguish being upgraded. So, Aphelios on 3 items. I feel like if FPX could have a better formation, they could be in River and let EDG walk into them. They could definitely take this fight.
Let's see, they're in a choke right now, waiting. JJ throwing out spears left, right, and center, and Nuguri now front lining. Sends out, ready for the Searing Charge, and good zoning here from Doomby. Dragon will be started by FPX.
And they're starting the Dragon to try to bring EDG in. They're going to look for a Death Sentence or open Call of the Forge God.
But better smite coming through, and it's secured. They stole the soul. Viper does it, baby. And now for EDG, despite their health bars, they have Infernal Soul. That's permanent. 4,000 gold lead at 30 minutes in. Now heading towards 3-4 items. They want to fight again. They want to find this pick. And they want to shut FPX down in game 1.
And FPX, at this point, I feel like should take the next few minutes a bit more patiently.
Shadows, Solar Flare, Tien just kind of giga inted. Flash away from Mako, 4 versus 5. Basket, you know, probably the year after. Hey, Lyric, I'll bring you back to the game. I won't put you in and get you in trouble because I've got a 4-item Kai'Sa on my screen with Infinity Edge, and Viper is huge. Someone we didn't really talk about, but Viper's big, and maybe Nuguri's not going to be. Searing Charge away. Mako gets hooked on in, though. Turn around from FPX, and speaking of turning around, Scout needs to run out of there. 4 versus 5 on the other foot. With Baron spawning in 25 seconds, can they get any more as FPX reset to the mid-wave?
No, I think for FPX, just push this one out, go into River, take Vision. You still have a lot of your pick tools available to you.
Andre, Searing Charge is on to nothing. Crisp again with the death sentence. Baron spawning, and Mako nowhere to be seen.
The thing, though, is we don't have Call of the Forge God, so you're pretty much relying on a death sentence coming out from Crisp.
And Flandre starts the engage. They want a 4 versus 5. Viper jumps in as well onto Nuguri, who's left by the team. They try to kill Flandre. Nuguri runs into the pit so he doesn't die. That's only a one-man Moonlight Vigil as Viper ults into the backline to go golden. It's a massive bait as Tien onslaughts to his death. A double for this import AD carry. A teleport from Scout to zone them away. FPX, you are up the creek without a big bloody ore because EDG walking towards the top side have everything on their table to eat. Crisp the final meal, all that's necessary to run this game home.
EDG's bot lane got no resources this game, but that's not stopping Viper and Mako from stepping up big in these team fights.
Viper's 6-0-1. That's how he's going to end most likely into this game. EDG with a top side wave. First Nexus turret, Doumbé back at the Nexus, trying to stop it, but he can't. Even without a minion wave, he'll die in the end as well on top. And EDG, 11-2 against the FunPlus Phoenix.
FPX find the pick onto Mako at the end. They feel like they can go for that Baron play.
Comes in over from the LCK. We had hope in before, but this was a sign that this is an even better AD
kill pressure in that 2v2, I'm assuming led to a lot of these early game kills. I'm gonna stop, because we have action.
Yeah, we do have action. We jumped into this one pretty full throttle, and not gonna lie, a little bit confused as TM picks up the kill on this side. And what we've seen was EDG with a bit of an early gold lead, with Scout finding control through Zoe, and obviously
they have a lot of choke damage. There we go. You throw out the equalizer, a bit more of a 4-1 comp. You're gonna have Gnar kind of splitting to the side lane with this 4-man unit. Zoe not really feeling comfortable going into a side lane. Obviously just gonna go and catch these waves when she's needed. For FPX, Nuguri can pressure a side lane, but I still think their comp definitely feels...
15 seconds, Luke. Maybe you have a bit more time to tell me.
I feel like with the posturing, we should hold on the Graves point, because EDG are looking for something.
And the paddle star connecting after the trouble bubble is a no onto Crisp as EDG get forced out. Equalizer layers down. Scout is in a corner. Undertow's not going to connect to him. Mako has to burn his ultimate as well. FPX get priority in the river, and Flandre's running out of Mega Gnar. So for EDG, this is probably not the fight.
But still, FPX, you don't have Equalizer on the side of Doumbé. I feel like that is a massive cooldown for FPX.
And it's secured by Tien. Into the back, though. Mako goes in anyway, and for EDG, they're sacrificing quite a lot. Tien picks up the kill, and EDG still not deciding to back away. But Viper takes a huge chunk, and out they go.
Yeah, I think that was a bit of a weird...
And down he goes. Well, Flandre eventually gets a turret. Second is interesting, considering biggest threat right now is Scout. Might be called out, actually. Scout running against the wall. Might have to burn his real flashes. Equalizer comes down. He goes golden just in time. The rest of EDG here to support as Mako might sacrifice his life. Unbreakable will with the Ragnarok. And Viper cleans up the kill. EDG with a quick one in front of right as he comes on in. First, the teleport, though, is going to be channeled. Nuguri's there. Scout poking down once again onto Doumbé, and FPX are split up. 3,000 on the Baron. Still hitting it down. Gnar, though, into the wall from Flandre. Doesn't exist. Flash against the wall. It is secured by Jeja, but EDG backs against the pit while LWX starts poking down with Nuguri. Firing the snipe onto Viper. Baron back in the pit from Flandre won't come through. The cheeky man will die as well, and Baron is the sacrifice here as EDG are getting wiped with 3.
FPX doing a nice job with the response. They're able to TP back into the play. They have all their cooldowns available as a stopwatch used by W2D6. I guess a bit of a fat finger coming out.
Maybe, or maybe just the confidence knowing that they have everything from this. Nuguri with the poke again, almost kills JJ and Mako, the 2-for-1 special. And FPX gonna get mid lane turret, and the gold thickens to about 1,500.
Gold is still going to be pretty close to even when all is said and done on both sides. The real important to see EDG not clump too close together. They're already pulling this out, so they're going to attempt for the 50-50.
At the end of the line there, Tien walking in, Smite comes down and secured. EDG have the Infernal. Now for the escape, Nuguri's off to the wing, wants the Shock Blast. Tien has to use the Ragnarok, and EDG are pacing forward. Mako with a good dodge of the Death Sentence while Flandre's over the wall. They found Nuguri. He's against the wall and he stepped way too far into enemy vision. EDG with a shutdown. At least getting the Dragon here to lead the Soul Point is going to feel pretty good. 3 items here on Aphelios too. So Dragon goes down and I don't know what happened mid. Yumi had to flat. Hey, don't worry, Yumi, both brother. Let's find out. EDG, are they bumpkins or are they going to smash it down? Here comes the equalizer from Flandre. He's just gone. Ragnarok out of there. See ya, mate. As FPX now know that they can threaten this.
It's on both of these teams. What a
my
God.
Nuguri once again caught out in rotation, but maybe it's a bait. The equalizer lays down onto Viper. He goes golden though, and the pick continues. Nuguri dies in the end while W2D6 flies on in. It's a 2-for-1 trade actually in favor of FPX, as EDG still have to back away. Ambitious encroachment from Viper, and he pays for it with his life.
Look, that didn't... Ooh, crisp.
As Scout once again caught on up. LWX over the wall, and he's dead. Game 3 right around the corner at this rate, with W2D6 teleporting in to help secure this Baron.
I mean, I don't know what EDG are doing at this point. This game looks locked for FPX. What I do want to say is it looks like JJ wants to still posture for a steal. I guess he could just throw out the collateral damage and hope for the best, but going back to that play, we'll probably get a replay of it, but I'll just say this now. What Viper did, probably...
Smart wave you talked about brings up to the inner turret. Baron now the power play at... I'm not too sure. I'm going to move my little cursor. 2,400. As I finally got to see an FPX. They're not stopping here. Look at EDG's position, Lyric.
This is like Viper's engage.
Get
this is
back
questionable,
to the
but
base.
awesome.
EDG just going to lose the game. The box is down. FPX is a 5-man group with Baron. Are they going to continue? Well, Dragon's being taken. I think FPX realized this. They're like, where's JJ? Dragon's gone down. 2-man grabbing him with the Infernal. You've just got everything in front of you. EDG are getting ticked, and the boom about to come as Viper now getting hit by Baron minions. Scout runs forward. Last Nexus turret remaining. Bear Nexus there as Graves finally joins in. EDG have managed to defend, but FPX, they've got a Bear Nexus. And EDG are trying to chase them down.
Look, I wanted to engage.
Try and find that pick. Look at the ward. Lyric, wards end games, and you know what? It could destroy the jungler of EDG. Jeje's stuck in the box, and that could be all she wrote.
Yeah, we just saw them use a ton of ultimates, but still, you have the Moonlight Vigil for FPX. You have a numbers advantage. This feels like FPX's time to push through.
Okay, numbers advantage. 35 seconds just about. Engage starts off here. They've found the top laner. Ult against the wall, though, from Flandre. Gets the knockup. Viper's in, too. Look, I think FPX are losing this fight. W2D6 trying to run forward into this Kai'Sa, but LWX is still alive, and I forgot. Aphelios, it doesn't matter if it's 200 years or 100. He still heals up with Severum, and he still wins big old team fights as Scout has to use the fake flash. Equalizer at the Nexus. And game 3 now for EDG and FPX.
We have a lot of good news today, sir. EDG are clearly indexing into that area, and they're happy to continue to do so.
I want you to walk me through FPX, though, because we've got an Aatrox in the top lane for Nuguri running against this himself. One of the bonuses of being an Olaf, you do this super, super quick. Tien on the other side going to be looking for top lane. Do you believe?
Well, Flandre's recall actually does get canceled. I don't think he dies. He still has flash.
Smokescreen there. No level 5. Flandre's underrated, criminally so, because he hasn't been to Worlds. He's one of the best domestic top laners in the LPL.
And, I mean, to be fair, it's understandable he's underrated after last year. Didn't perform too well in spring. Obviously, then for the first time ever getting subbed out.
Feels bad to be a loner against Fresh, but the flash forward from Crisp. And howdily doodly, Tien's here, equalizer down onto Maker has to flash as well. Not the straight line, thankfully, but stunned up Viper's been bullied. And Doomby, after getting reset after overheating, Maker's
Auto Snuggery doing his job. And Doomby and Crisp heading back to that bot lane. Viper and Mako are a bit overextended.
He doesn't have the equalizer, but he has a flash. Viper's like, not again. Good dark passage, but the solar flare onto 2 of them. LWX gonna get second skin, not once, but twice. Double kill, and this is 2019. FPX as Nuguri TP's it.
Yep, Nuguri trying to be there for the team, giving moral support, but Crisp still being so clean. Scout just playing a PvE game in the mid lane. Might finally have to interact.
Hey, maybe this TP becomes worth it. Scout's going to get turret plating. He flashes away. The phase rush you mentioned for the movement speed's great. Shockwave used onto 2, but equalizer back in lane. Scout has nowhere to go. Finding Tien his first kill of the game. I mean, nets FPX a massive lead.
We can call it 500 IQ if we're going under the premise that Nuguri can mind control Scout.
True.
If that is
Soulflare again. They're just finding another pick. The bottom lane too far extended. They wanted the turret plating, but collateral damage gives Chris the killers. Now into Ragnarok. A bit of damage onto Chris himself. Viper picks up that one. It is a better trade because Viper gets to stay in lane and gets the resource, as well as this Herald getting dropped.
Viper, EDG with a good answer to put more gold onto Viper. Doinby is heading down, and it does look like he's about to have his equalizer back up.
And he's been using it so well. Every equalizer has been impactful as the killer instinct. Another one. Does Doinby miss?
Dude, I don't care about the meta. I don't care what you should be picking. Just pick Rumble, pick Kled, keep bringing these champions out because FPX, you do it so well. Again, consistently roaming whenever he has the ability to. Sure, he's losing CS and giving up some plates, but he's finding more advantages for his team.
I'm definitely getting flashbacks here. This is the 4th time FPX have hit bot within the 12 minutes of this game. They'll get... Where were you, sir? Sorry, you were in a train of thought, and, you know, these mid laners...
You know what? My train of thoughts, they don't matter. Because guess what?
Maybe you're right.
Nuguri
well done. You're exactly right. Into the choke. Nuguri now 1 versus 3. Flashes on him, but he's exhausted. AD nullified as the Soul Flare are good again. But maybe Nuguri... Okay, Herald's going to get the turret as well. Let's not forget, EDG moving in, and Viper's like, please give me the gold, sir. Thank you very much. It's actually spread across, and FPX is just giving the Dragon in response. The mountain that they do not want for this grind. Net as many kills, but, you know, change the way the game is played, right? Like what we saw with FPX, hitting bot multiple times. They've set up their conditioners. Scout's getting flanked from the rear ends. Crisp is here. As I say, there's not enough blood. Comes in with the Solar Flare and the Zenith Blade. Tien picks up the kill. Now, Baron's not available for 45 seconds, but that pick gives Tien another banger.
Yeah, that was really nice from Chris. It looks like he kind of like wrapped around, hugged the wall, and was just able to get behind Scout without him noticing. Really nice.
They move to Salt Point. And while side lanes continue to play out here with Teleport available on 3 out of 4, remember Doinby has heal. FPX going to push down the mid lane. Gravitum actually secured with the Moonlight Vigil. JJ doesn't go in as that equalizer sends them packing. Away you go, Flandre. No space needed to be created because turret already goes down, and FPX.
And Prio there with that TP. EDG do get the first check on, and again, we're watching Flandre, we're watching Mako. Can they buy space for their carries?
Is it just going to go down without FPX moving in? They don't care about the Dragon. It's secured, maybe for the fight. The equalizer once again lines it down. Chris goes in first, and Flandre is getting burnt to a crisp as Nuguri. Death Sentence flashed away. We're tickling each other in this mid lane. Oh no, that's not a tickle. That's a body slam. Nuguri has to flash away, but the equalizer there lines up, burns him down. Nuguri survives. Goredrinker a bit OP until 5 people stand in front of him. He's down for 50 seconds, Lyric. Now something can happen.
Yep, we are going to see EDG go for Baron. We already have Scout who has TP basing. He's going to come in, and they don't really actually have any engage tools. A lot of ultimates are down. But still, they're confident they have the damage to pull off this play.
They are. 5 versus 4 for the foreseeable future. Baron going down super quick. Crescendum is making sure that with Severum at the ready. Perfect guns here for Viper. He's going to change it to Avernum, I believe. No, sorry, Calibrum goes down and the steal doesn't come through. He tried. Tien wanted it. But the smite secures and EDG have 2 dead.
This game is being won and lost by very slight edges. 1 pick onto Nuguri, turning into a 50-50 Baron play. JJ barely, I'm not going to say barely, JJ wins out on the smite, but Tien was a higher level, potentially could have gotten that steal. They get the smite, they get the pick, it turns into Baron, turns into mid tower, and turns into the third dragon.
With the Baron and with this dragon, they're going to threaten Soul Point. They've got a gold lead that's about 3,000. And now, as you talk about, this paces them towards that late.
Really cool rotation where they push in mid and top, and they're moving one man down each lane. So it does give them pressure in both bot and mid.
Well, bottom goes first. Flandre going up mid as well, and this is kind of the pain. You can't kill Flandre if you're Nuguri. Takes no damage, heals back up with a bit of drunken might. As Flandre level 16 with the explosive cast, Doomby heading back as well. He knows how much trouble he's in with the explosive cast, because that was pretty nice. Bit of damage in the side, Flandre once again, and damage goes down on TM while the equalizer finds its mark. Blocked by a bit of a window on the left to see ultimates, but I can tell you one thing, Scout had to flash, and he flashed forward.
Yeah, he did. Scout, always a player we know who's willing to go aggressive at any moment, and this game is just feeling tougher and tougher for FPX. They're falling behind more gold. EDG's composition getting to a point EDG have needed for a very long time. Seems like he's stepping up and taking a very vocal role in this team.
True, that's a very good point. You know, a lot of people think it's Mako or Scout, but only in certain conditions. We can talk about that post-game, because this could be the fight that makes or break the series. EDG have a massive gold lead, but Nuguri here into the middle of the pit. Ward's placed down to bait him out, and Viper a crucial target, but also note that Scout has Shockwave, as could be as big as the equalizer.
And yet we still see that Viper does have the Gravitum though, so can potentially root people down and find that big chain CC along with Flandre.
Explosive cast used Lyric in the back end of that trade. They're going to start hitting down Dragon pretty fast. Everyone's going. Tien flashes over the wall a little bit early. It's secured by Aphelios. There's the Mountain Soul for EDG. Now they go into the fight. Tien gets tagged by the Gravitum on the back end. Flandre bops him and kills him, while Nuguri is trying to 1v3. But I think this fight is going dire straits. EDG have everyone alive, and the Mountain Soul refreshes their shield. LWX is low, trying to buy some time. And EDG may have just done it, as Doomby now getting chased. JJ's gonna hug him before I can. And EDG have collapsed on top of FunPlus Phoenix with a beautiful secure. It's only Nuguri who can try and kill Scout. Dunks him down, saved by Mako. That's a brother of a support if I've ever seen one. He too will die with the full-blown ace.
EDG had to spend a lot of time killing the members of FPX, but they should be taking the game in the end. Great performance all around, and again, they're building themselves up to be the premier team fighting team in the LPL.
Mako just having a great game here. I can hear Greensleeves playing outside our window, Lyric. That's because it's beautiful all the way for EDG in what was a hyped up matchup. Definitely delivered. They'll hit the Nexus now, bare as all. And EDG in the LPL strike true at the Burning Phoenix.
It was small edges that gave EDG this game. It was putting EDG top 3 in his tier list. This is a team that certain people believe in strongly. I think I rated them about 4th.